What's going on, guys? This is Sky Pirate Actual. Today I'm going to bring you a very cool tool that I just received here about 2 days ago, and that is from Covert Instruments, which is the Covert Companion, fully loaded. All right, so I'm going to go into everything that this has on it, starting from the left side. So we have a quad peak rake, a 5 peak rake. We have an auto jiggler. There's also some other auto jigglers on the right side, but I'll get to that a little bit later. We have a warded key, which there's also multiples of that on this set as well. And then you have a 4, 5, and then 2 6-pin comb picks, which is fucking awesome. And then from there, you have a decoder, and then you have a quick stick. Actually, I think this is actually just a general purpose stick, but the decoder I thought was really awesome because I actually don't have one of these. And I don't know why I never bought one before. I don't run into dial locks as much anymore as I used to run into them a lot more frequently. But moving on, so we'll go to the right side. So right here you have essentially what is like a Sparrow's Hall Pass. It's for, you know, shimming doors or loading them, and it's actually very, very rigid, which is actually pretty fucking badass. It's also very, very slim, so it can actually fit in between the doors that you need to hit. The only notable thing I will say is that it doesn't go as deep, so obviously if there's any slight protection on the door, you might not be able to reach it. But moving on. So it also comes with 2 picks, so it comes with a deep hook and then a shallow hook. And then you have 4 different types of warded keys. And then moving on from there, we have the rest of our auto jigglers, which can also double as kind of like wafer rigs. And then this is the actual quick stick. So that is a lot of fucking tools right there. All right. And this came in about MSRP, about $90 for the fully loaded. I think there is actually a slightly downgraded version, but why I don't know why you would get anything less than something with all the tools. But obviously, if money is an issue, $90 obviously is a lot to spend on a fucking tool. But actually, not really, because if you guys have any decent multi tools, they'll cost even more than this will, and this will do quite a bit for you. All right. So I'll go ahead and I'll put this down here, and then down here we have a nice little spread of my tools that I carry pretty much day to day. There's a Sparrow's Hall Pass, and this is, I can't remember exactly what this is called. I think this is, can't remember the name of it right now, but it's from 4TAC 5. Actually, that one isn't from 4TAC 5. This one's actually from Southern Specialties. And then we have a jiggler down here. I have a quick stick. Then I have my warded keys, my wafer rakes, and then obviously my comb picks. So all of those things together, so if you did buy all those things, that would, the Covert Companion pretty much makes up for the price for how much all of these things would cost to buy all together. So individually, these don't all cost that much. Pretty sure comb sets cost about $20, or it might be about $30 actually. The wafer rakes cost about $15 to $20 if I can remember correctly. Same thing with the warded keys. I think those are about $15. The quick sticks were about $2.50, so $2.50. Very, very cheap. The auto jiggler was about $15, and then these 2 hall passes, I'd like to say the one below from Southern Specialties was about $25, and then the Sparrow's Hall Pass was about $20. So I would go ahead and look those up. Don't quote me on those prices. And then obviously I have my pick set right next to it. So I would say the only downfall to the Covert Companion is that it does not come with any tension wrenches. So that's the only downside. That's not very bad, because you can go ahead and you can pick up the my recommended is the Lockpick Tools Longhorn set. That seems to be the most versatile tension tool set that I've seen to date. So the next question is, does the Covert Companion kill off pretty much carrying all of this stuff that I carry normally? The short answer is no, in my opinion. Can it kill off a lot of it? Yes. So I'll explain my reasoning. For number one, I would definitely say redundancy. So we all know that you can be the most skilled person in the world, but you can't control when bad things happen. So if a tool snaps or something falls out of your pocket while you're running. So redundancy and my job and a lot of your guys' jobs is key. So 2 is 1, 1 is none. Also, for as far as picks are concerned, I don't mind having them in a smaller fashion, but when they're in it's a wide package, so even once you collapse all of these tools and you only have the picks out, it still diminishes dexterity in my opinion. So I actually like to have a full handle or a small, even if I'm using minis, like the ones I have from Write Me Off, even the minis still have a smaller handle to operate with. So I'd much rather still have that handle so I can maintain that dexterity and actually pick the lock the way I want to pick the lock. However, you cannot deny that the Covert Companion opens up a hell of a lot of locks. Holy shit, I was thoroughly impressed. So I actually put all these locks out here because these are all the locks that I have confirmed for a fact that the Covert Companion can open. So I'm actually going to go through all these locks, and I think the $90, quite frankly, pays for itself. So I'll go ahead and I'll begin with, let's see, we'll go ahead and we'll start with the quick stick and the general purpose stick, and we'll open up 3 of the locks that are sitting in front of us right now. So here is a master lock. I think it's let's see, 179 standard dial lock. So go ahead, enter the 3rd dial, the upper portion of the 3rd dial to the left side. Go ahead and press it on that shackle, lift the paw, and then voila, lock is open. And then we have a Yale combination lock. So for this one, I'm actually going to go ahead and use the hook pick, the deep hook pick that's on here. So I'm going to go ahead and collapse this side. Same thing, 3rd dial. Reach up and in. And that's open. And then the next thing I'm going to use is the quick stick on a cheap 40mm padlock. I don't always get this on the first couple tries, so we'll see how well it works. Oh, it actually didn't take that long at all. All right, so that's open. So the quick stick. Next, I'm gonna go into, let's see, what to hit next. We'll go ahead and we'll use one of these warded keys. And we'll pop open this Brinks. I don't know if this has a model number. It doesn't. So it's just a 40mm Brinks warded lock. And that was super duper easy. Let's see. Next, we'll go ahead and we'll use the comb picks. The first one we'll do it on is a padlock Model 90 Alpha. I've done videos doing this one before. Pretty simple. So you just reach in, You align the teeth with the actual pins. You lift up in the rear first. You'll be able to tell because there'll be quite a bit of give once you've done it correctly. So right now I'm deep in there and I'm not connecting with the pins. Let's see. Kind of biffing this right now, but let's try it again. I think I got it now. Yep, and there we go. And then the next one we'll go after is this Mako 427 6-pin, chock full of their personally made serrated pins, which are actually a pretty big pain in the ass to pick. We'll do the same exact thing, line the teeth up. Actually fuck that up. And there we go. Mako 427. All right, so now we're getting into the actual picking portion. So I'll go ahead and pick this Master Lock Model 1 with their shallow hook. A little bit too thick. All right, open, pretty easy. So one thing to note is that another reason here I do not like having things that are hinged is because I won't say you have to frequently do it, but you have to tighten these down so that this doesn't have as much play when you're picking. You could take a standard flathead and do that. It's actually pretty easy. But I don't like being able to pick with tools that have any up and down play or any north south play, because that can fuck up the way you pick. So that's just that was a small note when I started using this. And the next lock we will go for is, let's go for this Yale. So we'll do this Yale model YE1-/50, and we are going to rake this with, let's try out the 5P. So yeah, we'll try out the 5P. We'll see how that works out. Takes a little bit of fiddling to get it out, but let's see how it works. Pretty quick. So not very hard with some of these cheaper locks, obviously, to rake these, but obviously once again still a lot of north-south play with some of this stuff, so I have to tighten it a little bit more. But I also like to have a full grip on my picks as I'm using them. So that's just personal preference. I'm not saying that some other people might not enjoy it, but that is just my diehard opinion. So the next thing we'll move on to is this Opel. So 6-pin, 55mm padlock. We'll use top of the keyway tension for that. Let's see. And I'm using this tension tool from Write Me Off, also another great maker. I would definitely check out his page. He does quite awesome, I won't say giveaways, but auctions. Let's see. And there we go. Alright. So we got all those open without too much fuss. But that is it. I think this thing is an amazing tool, especially for how many different types of locks that you can open and or bypass. So I think the $90, in my opinion, is well worth it. It is definitely an investment. So you get all of these tools for $90, and it collapses down into an extremely small footprint. And that's how small it folds up. So you can pretty much hide that in the palm of your fucking hand. Alright, so that's Sky Pirate Actual, and if you guys have any questions on this tool, go ahead and shoot those to my inbox. Alright, have a safe day.